Alright, what's going on YouTube? It's Cortisol here, and today I have my Shadowlands Affliction Warlock pre-patch guide. This is going to just highlight some of the changes we're getting, or that we've gotten going into pre-patch, and hopefully some of you other locks out there who might be a little bit confused with the spec or what talents to take, things like that. Hopefully this will help you guys out a little bit. Starting off with some of the things that we picked up going into the pre-patch. We ended up getting curses back, so we have Curse of Exhaustion, Tongues, and Weakness. Exhaustion and Tongues are really strong. Exhaustion is a 50% movement speed reduction, so really nice for kiting melee DPS around. Curse of Tongues, 30% casting speed increase, so the enemy team casters is really good to throw it on at like mages, warlocks, elemental shaman, even healers. Curse of Weakness, the only time I really have been throwing this out is on warriors. As I've thought about it more, it really only reduces or increases the time between white hits, so auto attacks, and the only class that really benefits from auto attacks, as far as I know, is warriors because of rage regeneration. So I'm not really like going crazy throwing this on every single melee DPS I see. It's mostly for warriors to slow the rage regen. We got Demonic Circle back, which is extremely nice to have back. I don't know why it ever became a talent, but it is back baseline, so we got some movement back, which is really nice. Fel Domination is a new spell. It's on a 3-minute cooldown. It basically reduces the casting speed of our next Imp, Voidwalker, Succubus, Fel Hunter, or Felguard if you're playing Demo. This is how long it takes to cast our pets, and it essentially makes it extremely faster. What else? Going into the actual affliction abilities, the two big key changes here, we picked up Malefic Rapture as the soul shard spender, which I'll talk about in a second. Unstable Affliction is no longer your soul shard dump. You're no longer going to need a soul shard to cast Unstable Affliction. Unstable Affliction is capped at 1 target normally. With Rampant Affliction's PvP talent, it goes up to 3 targets. This is your Dispel Protection. So no longer costs soul shards to cast. The Dispel Protection on it got buffed, so it does deal more damage if they dispel it. If you notice in pre-patch, if you're playing Affliction, you'll see when somebody dispels this, a large chunk of their health is taken away. So Unstable Affliction feeling really good right now. I wish there wasn't a cap on it, but I think it was for basically APM, actions per minute, in PvE. I think was the actual reason for capping this. So yeah, Unstable Affliction has been changed. Feels really good that this is no longer a soul shard dump. We can actually use it as Dispel Protection again. The soul shard dump is now Malefic Rapture. Basically, the more dots you have on a target, the more damage this ability is going to do. There is a line of sight requirement, so if they're in your line of sight, you can cast this on them. There is not a range requirement, so if you're in an arena and you have dots on somebody, as long as they're within line of sight, this will hit them, which is really nice. It's kind of insane, actually. So if they're 100 yards away, it'll still hit them. I'm going Inevitable Demise as the first tier talent. One of the reasons to not go the other two is because we can't get Shadowy Embrace yet until level 58, so you're not going to get a ton of value out of the other two because their damage just is weak, and I feel like they would just kind of be there only for the Shadowy Embrace applications. Going into the 25 tier, Siphon Life is just too many globals to keep this up, and we just do enough damage without it, and I don't think the heal is strong enough to warrant us taking it. Absolute Corruption deals a ton of damage right now, so it's just really nice to have this. In addition, you get the extra duration against players, and then Wraith and Agony. Agony's damage starts at 4 stacks and may now ramp up to 18. It's just too many globals to keep spamming it and getting it to 18 stacks and micromanage it all the way up there. I think there is potential if you really want to try it, but Absolute Corruption is just doing enough damage as it is to just plug and play, just a plug and play talent. And then the same thing with Demon Skin, another plug and play talent. Dark Pact has a place against burstier comps. I guess you could actually use this if like you're going to get execution sentenced here in the pre-patch by a Ret Paladin. This would most likely save your life, but I just run Demon Skin all the time. Phantom Singularity is what I play pretty much every game. I think some people I've seen run Vile Taint for teams that like hide behind the pillar, but with the pre-patch speed being as fast as it is, there's really no need to swap out of this. Pretty much just playing Phantom. In the 40 tier here, Howl of Terror is super nice to have back. Instant cast AoE Fear, 5 target cap within 10 yards. Just really simple to plug Howl of Terror in there. 40-second cooldown is also pretty low as well. So just a really nice talent right there. Mortal Coil, I think if you're looking for that 20% heal, I think Mortal Coil still has a place, but we don't have Havoc. So I think Howl of Terror has a little bit more value, especially combined with being able to Demonic Circle again. Demonic Circle, Howl of Terror, teleport back away from the targets that you just feared. So I think there is a lot of potential for Howl of Terror compared to Coil, but I think Coil still has a place in certain situations. The other two here just don't compare to Grimoire for the sole fact that our pet is dying a lot. I don't know. I would just rock the pet. And then getting down here to Dark Soul Misery. Dark Soul Misery is purgeable. It's a crazy thing, but Dark Soul is purgeable, which kind of feels bad because it's such a huge ability, right? And we have to take a talent slot for that. But Inevitable Demise is also purgeable. So this is also Dispel Protection. I didn't mention this earlier when I was up here. I saved it kind of for this so I could tie it all in together. Inevitable Demise is purgeable as well, so it sort of becomes Dispel Protection against losing your Dark Soul. But if there's like a Shaman on the other team, or a Shaman and Priest on the other team or something like that, I'll probably go Creeping Death, just so I can get more value out of Creeping Death rather than losing my Dark Souls to Purge. Going into PvP talents, here in pre-patch we're taking Rampant Afflictions, and then I'm personally just running these two, but you can also swap out for Gateway Mastery depending on the comp. We don't have Rapid Contagion here in pre-patch, so, and I'm also getting Rotten Decay from my Conflict and Strife, so we don't get Rapid Contagion here in the pre-patch that's coming in Shadowlands. So once Shadowlands drops, Rapid Contagion will fill one of these two slots. And yeah, but for now, I like to have Reflect all the time. It helps for, you throw up Reflect when you're trying to cast, and you can immune a Demon Hunter or a DK kick, or like Counterspell, things like that some people like to kick into your Reflect. Same thing with, I'm sorry, not same thing. I take Demon Armor a lot of games too, just for the extra health and the armor. The armor is really nice against melee DPS, obviously, but the extra health is just nice in general because we're dying so fast. I don't have Demon Harm. Oh, I do. So my health is 23k with Demon Armor, and it's 21k without it. And it actually has been like the make or break in a game before, so or that amount of health has been the make or break. So yeah, just playing Demon Armor, another word for now, until we get Rapid Contagion. As far as traits, I actually didn't know if Inevitable Demise did stack or not with the talent, so I went over to Chanimal's video and checked that out, and apparently it does. So he's suggesting to run Inevitable Demise and then Sudden Onset after that. So that's kind of what I'm going for. Just, I didn't really know what traits to run myself either, because I didn't know if Inevitable Demise stacked. So that's kind of where I got that little tidbit from. Past that, as far as essences go, Crucible of Flame is doing a ton of damage right now, so running Crucible Miner is really, really good. And then I'm running Conflict and Strife Major just to survive, and then just using these for haste and lethal strikes. So that's really it. If you're wondering about like dealing damage, the sort of rotation, you're going to basically apply Unstable Affliction, Agony, and Corruption to all 3 targets in Arena, or both targets in 2v2, or as many targets as you can in BGs or rated BGs, and then from there you're kind of just looking to spam your Malefic Raptures. Your big DPS window, when your CDs are up, you want to summon Dark Lair. When you're ready to do your damage, you want to summon Dark Lair to refresh your dots. Dark Lair will also just do a ton of damage in and of itself, but you want to summon Dark Lair to renew your dots, and then use your Dark Soul and just spam Malefic Raptures during that window. Ideally have 5 soul shards during that window as well as you go into it. Yeah, I think Affliction's in a really good spot right now outside of survivability. I think if we get some help with survivability, I think this spec is looking really good for Shadowlands. Thank you guys for watching my little Shadowlands Affliction pre-patch guide. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, feel free to ask down below, and I will catch you in the next one.